Sarah Good, wake up. Tituba. Oh, Majesty, come in. Tituba, he's here. His Majesty's come. Go to the north cell. This place is wanted.
That don't look like His Majesty to me. It looked to me like the Marshal.
Oh, is it you, Marshal? I thought for sure you'd be the devil coming for us. Can I have a sip of that cider for me going away?
Where are you off to, Sarah? I'm going to Barbados. Soon the devil gets here with his feathers and wings.
Oh, and a happy voyage to you. What a grand transformation, Marshal. You best give me that or never off the ground again. Come along now, clear this place.
I can speak to him if you desire to come along, Marshal.
I not refuse it, Tituba. It is the proper morning to fly into hell.
Oh, it ain't no hell in Barbados. Devil, him be pleasure man in Barbados. Him be singing and dancing in Barbados. You folks, you viles him up round here. It be too cold up in Massachusetts for that old boy. He frees his soul up here, but in Barbados, he's just as sweet and Yes, Sarah, that's him.
I'm here, Majesty. That ain't Satan. That's just a poor old cow with a half full of milk. Come along.
Oh, come in. Go.
Oh, Tituba, you tell him now. Tell him Sarah Good's going too.
When did Mr. Paris arrive?
They were toward midnight, I think.
Mr. Hale is not authorized to enter here. Why have you let him in?
Why, Mr. Paris commended me, sir. I cannot deny him.
Are you drunk, Marshal?
No, it is bitter tonight. There is no fire here.
There's a prodigious stench in this place.
I have just now cleared people out for you, sir.
Beware hard drink, Marshal.
Yes, sir.
Would you question Hale, Excellency? I should not be surprised you've been preaching an Andover lately.
We'll get to that. You will speak nothing of Andover. Paris plays with him. Strange.
I hear Paris has a strange look about him these days.
Strange?
I met him coming out of his house the other day, and I bid him good morning. He wept and went on his way. I do not think it well the village sees him so unsteady.
Perhaps he has some sorrow.
I think it'd be the cows, sir.
The cow?
Yes, the cows. There'd be so many cows wandering the high roads now that their owners are in jail. And there'd be so much contention over who will own the cows now. It'd always be a man who weep for contention.
Oh, good morning. Thank you for coming so early.
Mr. Hale is not authorized to enter.
Excellency, a moment.
You leave this man alone with the prisoners?
What's his business here?
Your Excellency, it is a providence. Reverend Hale has returned to bring Rebecca Nurse to God.
He bid her confess?
Hear me. Rebecca had not given me one word for 6 months since she come. And now we sit with her, and her sister, and Martha Corey, and 2 or 3 of the others, and he begged them to confess their crimes and save their lives.
Why, this is indeed a providence. And they soften?
Not yet, sir, not yet. But I have thought to summon you, for I have some news I thought the court should reckon with. My niece, I believe she had vanished.
Vanished?
I thought to tell you earlier this week, but...
How long?
It's been the 3rd night. Mercy Lewis is gone too.
I will send out a party for them. Where have they gone?
Your Excellency, I believe they've taken a ship. My daughter heard them speaking earlier this week about ships. Also, I discovered this night that my strongbox is broken into.
She have robbed you?
31 pounds missing. I am penniless.
Mr. Bears, you are a brainless man!
I cannot think it so for you to scorn me so, Your Excellency. I can only think that they would fully sail before they feared to stay any longer, since news has reached us of Andover.
Andover is remedied. The court resumes examinations there on Monday.
I'm sure of it, Your Excellency, but the word here is a rebellion of Andover.
There's no rebellion in
I
Andover.
tell you what is said here, Your Excellency. The court has been overthrown in Andover, they say, and will have no part in witchcraft. There's a faction of people here feeding on that news, and I feel there will be riot soon.
Riot? I've seen naught but high satisfaction at the hangings.
Your Excellency, it was a different sort that hanged before now. Rebecca Nurse is no Bridget that lived with Bishop 3 years before she married him. John Proctor is no Isaac Ward that drank his family into ruin. Let Rebecca Nurse stand on the gibbet, and send prayer up, and I fear she will send a wave of vengeance down upon you.
Excellency is a condemned witch.
Peace. How do you propose?
Your Excellency, I would propose we postpone these hangings for a time.
There will be no postponement.
Now that Reverend Hill's returned, there is hope, I think. For if even one of them confess, it will surely damn the others in the public's eyes, and that will surely cast no doubt that they are all linked to hell.
Mr. Chivo, give me the list.
Your Excellency, I would remind you that when I summoned the congregation for John Proctor's excommunication, only 30 people come to hear it. That is discontent, I think,
There
and...
will be no postponement.
Excellency!
Which of these do you believe may be brought to God? I will strive with him till dawn.
There is not enough time till dawn.
I will do my utmost. Which of these do you have hope for?
Excellency, a dagger.
What do you say?
I opened my door to go outside this night. Found a dagger laddered to the ground. You cannot hang the sword. There's a danger for me. I dare not go outside at night.
Ah, Mr. Hale. My congratulations. I am pleased to see you return to your good work.
You must pardon them, they will not budge.
Mr. Hale, you mistake. I cannot pardon them when others have already hanged for the same crime. It is not just.
Not confess.
Excellency, the sun is soon up, I must have more time.
Hear and beguile yourself no more. I will receive not a single plea for pardon or postponement. Them that will not confess will hang. 12 are already executed. The names of these 7 are given out, and the village expects to see them die at dawn. Postponement now speaks of floundering on my part. Any reprieve or pardon casts doubt on those who died till now. While I speak the truth of God, I will not crack its voice with a whispering. If retribution is your fear, know this. I would hang 10,000 who dared rise up against the law, and an ocean of salt tears will not melt the resolution of the statutes. Now draw yourselves up like men, and help me, as you are bound by heaven to do. Have you spoken with them all, Mr. Hale?
All but Proctor, he's in the dungeon.
How goes it now?
He sits like some great bird. You wouldn't even know he were alive if you hadn't asked for water once.
His wife. His wife must be well on the child.
Aye, sir, she is.
What do you think, you, Mr. Pettis? You know this man better than I. Might her presence soften him?
It might. He had not seen her in the 3 months since I should summon him.
Ah. Is he yet at it? Has he struck it with you?
He cannot, sir. He's chained to the wall now.
Mr. Chivo, go and fetch Mr. Proctor. But first get his wife leave.
Excellency, if you publish to the town that you are striving for their confessions, that will speak mercy on your part, not faltering.
Mr. Hale, as God is not empowered to prevent the sun from rising, nor am I empowered to prevent the perfection of their punishment.
If you think God wills you to raise rebellion, Mr. Danforth, you are mistaken.
You have heard rebellion in Salem?
Excellency, abandoned cattle bellow on the high roads. Orphans wander from house to house. The stink of rotting crops hangs everywhere, and no man yet knows when the harlot's cry will end his life. And yet you wonder if rebellion spoke. Better you should marvel how they do not burn your province.
Have you spoken in Andover lately?
Thank God they have no need for me in Andover.
Then you confounded me, sir. Why have you come here then?
It is simple. I come to do the devil's work. I come to counsel Christians to belie themselves. There is blood on my head. Can you not see the blood on my head?
Hush!
Ah, good Proctor. I hope you are hearty.
It's been 6 months before my time, sir.
Fear not, we come not for your life. Mr. Hale, you speak with the woman.
Goody Proctor, your husband is marked to hang this morning.
I've heard it.
You know, do you not, that I have no connection with the court? I come of my own, Goody Proctor. I would save your husband's life, for if he is taken, I count myself in his murder. You know that, do you not?
What do you want from me?
Goody Proctor, I have gone this 3 months like our Lord into the wilderness. I have sought a Christian way, for damnation's doubled on a minister who counsels men to lie.
There's no lie. You cannot speak of lies.
It is a lie. They are innocent.
No more, no more. I will hear no more of that.
Let you not mistake your duties, I mistook my own, Goody Proctor. I came to this village like a bridegroom to his beloved, bearing the gifts of high religion. The very crowns of holy law I brought, and when I touched with my bright confidence, it died. And where I turned the eye of my great faith, blood flowed out. Beware, Goody Proctor, cleave to no faith when faith brings up blood. It is mistaken law that leads you to sacrifice. Life, woman, life is God's most precious gift. No principle, however glorious, may justify the taking of it. I beg you, woman, prevail upon your husband to confess. Let him give his lie. Quail not before God's judgment in this, for it may be that God damns a liar less than he that throws his life away for pride. Will you speak with him? I cannot think he will listen to another.
I think that'd be the devil's argument.
Good Proctor, you are not summoned here for disputation. He will die at sunrise. Your husband. Are you stoned? I tell you true, woman. If I had no other proof of your unnatural life, your dry eyes now would be sufficient evidence to prove you have delivered yourself to hell. A very ape would weep at such calamity. Has the devil dried up any tear of pity in you? Take her out. It brought nothing she should speak with him.
Let me speak with him, Excellency.
You'll strike with him? Will you bid for his confession or will you not?